Today I have a video about some new cases for the Z Fold 4. Right now I have the Samsung case that has the S Pen included on it there, but as you can see it does kind of make the phone quite a bit thicker than normal. And I did a video on this case. I will put a link in the description. Today I have two new cases here. They're the same thing, just a different color so you can see it. This is from the Naked Cell Phone Company. I'd like to thank them for sending me their product to review. As always, this review is my opinion and my opinion alone, and no one has reviewed this video before it was published. So let's go ahead and open these up. This is the olive green. And this case actually comes with a clip holder here that you can clip to your pants or a bag or something like that, and then this will clip to the case. Okay, first thing I notice is no tape in here to hold this on, so we'll see how it does. And this is obviously the front. And this is the back. Real smooth texture there. Pretty durable plastic. And it does feel a little grippier than the other case that I was using, so which I liked, because the other case did kind of slip out a couple of times and I had a couple of near misses. So that hopefully this will hold up and be a little more grippy than the other one. And this has a clip here, and then the S Pen will just clip here and it will be on the side of the phone. And this can clip on the front or the back. So let me go ahead and install this and show you what it really looks like. Okay, and this is the beige Z Fold 4. Let's just put this. This just snaps onto the back here. It fits pretty tightly. Then obviously the color of whatever you have on your case is going to pop through there. And there is no hinge coverage, and which I really wanted. But honestly, I've been looking for a while, and there's very few cases that have hinge coverage on it. And if they do, it's a little gimmicky, so I'm not sure how protective they are. And this just sticks on the front here. Again, no tape of any kind, which is good and bad. Okay, that sticks on there, and then you just got to push it, to slide it in there. This actually has a really good texture here. I like this. This is actually a little more grippy than the other case. And you can see here, just finishes around the edge there, fits real nice. Again, no hinge coverage there, but it does fit real tight. And that's the back of it. This is the side with the power button there. And of course, this opens up. That's not a problem. So this could go on the front of the phone, and it just slides on. You don't have to clip it on, which is nice. Or you just slip it off, and then you could put it on the back side if you want, leaving the front of the phone to be used for whatever you want. So then I have the S Pen here, and there is a top and bottom to this. As you can, there's a little tip there. Then it just goes in, and it just fits in. There's really not too much of a click there. Well, yeah, there's a little bit of a click, and that actually is pretty tight to get out. I'll put that back in. I mean, that's not going to come out, even if you're rubbing up against it. It's not sliding out at all. You actually have to, work to get it out. So that's a good feature. Now, a bad thing right away, I could see here you have no access to your thumb unlock there. So that, the power button, which kind of stinks. You can open, and you can't open this up with the case on. The great thing about this is, if you're carrying it, it really, definitely good protection. And you can, like I said, just go ahead and it reverses, and it goes right on the front. And now you got your screen fully protected, you got the back fully protected, so that's great. The only thing is, the hinge is not protected at all here again, which, this is probably the most durable part of the phone, but of course, the most likely to get scratched and dented and, blemished there. So, like I said, I've been trying to find a hinge protection on a case, a good hinge protected case, and I really can't find any. So if you have any comments, if you have any good ones, go ahead and let me know. And I'll leave a link below in the description if you're interested in this case. It does come in a few different colors. In the description, it does show this protector and clip-on as actually being functional as a kickstand. I don't really see how that works, because this is basically just a spring-loaded clip that you can put on your pants or your bag or whatever you want. And then here is the S Pen here. And this is a soft fabric here, so it won't scratch your screen at all. So it does give you great protection, but again, you can't open and close the phone with the case on. So this is more of, you use the phone, then you put it in here, and now it's nice and safe, and now you're on your way. And then you do have your S Pen that you have with you all the time, basically. And also, if this did fall, it does keep the phone closed, so it wouldn't open up and get onto the inside screen, which is a nice feature. This is my obviously unboxing here, my first day with it. I'm going to use this case for a little while and get back to you if this is a good case for you or not. Stay tuned. Okay, so I've been using this case for a little bit, and I just wanted to go over a couple of pros and cons and to help you make a decision here. So first off, let me just show you what this looks like with the holster attached here. So this is the back. This is where the S Pen is. It's attached to the holster, and this is the clip here. That's the back. The hinge, again, no protection there. Then this is just that side, and then that's that side. So one con is that the S Pen comes in the holster, not on the phone, which I'd prefer it to be attached to this. And on some of the pictures on Amazon, it kind of looks like it's attached to this, but I think they were just trying to show a bunch of different configurations in the same photo. So it's just a little confusing. The other con is the back camera does not have much protection. There's a little lip here, but it really is just slightly covering the cameras, I think. Just a little over flush. But I guess they expect you to be using the case, and then that will give you 100% protection. So with the hinge on, you can't open the phone because the hinge actually covers both areas here. So I count this as a con, but some people might like it because it does keep the phone from flipping open while it's in a bag. Things I like. And actually, there's a lot more things I like than dislike about this case. So the texture here is great. It's kind of like stippled, I guess. It's not a smooth plastic like a lot of other cases are. So you hold this, it does grip in your hands pretty good. So I did like that. So there's also significant protection in the front here. The lip here is raised quite a bit. So no issue putting it down like this. On the back, I don't think I'd really like to do that because the cameras are, I think, could get scratched with that one. But on the front, very good protection. The cutouts are perfect. That's the hinge, obviously. Cutouts here for the power button and the volume, no issues. And here, you can see those, great cutouts. And putting the charger in here was no problem. Nothing covered there. The case feels snug on. It hasn't come off at all. The top could kind of slide a little bit, I felt like, but just a little bit, but there is no sticky on this, which, again, some people may not want to put sticky on the phone. But I found it to be holding in there fine. Every once in a while, I just maybe need to just shove it a little bit, especially if I was taking it in and out of the holster a lot. So the holster definitely increases the protection. Obviously, the front screen is 100% covered now, which is great. If this was in a bag, like I said, very protected, or if it was on your belt or something, that would still be very good. It does slide out this way, so if you did have it where, if you had it like this, it's still, you could see here, pretty tight on there. So if I put the phone in the holster, I got to turn it on before I slide it all the way in, because I can't touch the buttons when the holster's all the way on. But if I have it in like this, and then I got the clip here to grab, then I got this thumb rail here that I could just grab perfectly. This is really good grip. I felt like I could, kind of scroll and go through stuff with no problem. And this is just very comfortable to hold for a while, so that's great. And using this for a little while, I did figure out in the description, it does say that the clip is supposed to be able to be used as a stand, and I didn't know how. But if you look here, I don't know if this is going to show up on the video, but there's little stipples on this side, and then there's a little metal piece, a little bracket that you could just bring out, and it just locks in there, and that would be your stand. So you could do that, and that, it's a very sturdy stand, actually. So this could be rotated, and it holds its place really well there. So if you want to use this as a stand with it open, you could do it, but it does slide out kind of easy. So if you did stabilize it there and you're watching the video, that would be fine. But if you're interacting with the screen, it might come off a little bit and just fall down like that. If the screen is closed, then no issues at all, and that's a real sturdy setup. That's not going to fall down or anything like that. So just back to the holster here, the S Pen. This was really secure. This holds in there fine. It's not going to get bumped out or anything like that. You got to, work to get it out, and that seems pretty sturdy in there. It might loosen with time, but, for right now, this has been just fine. Then also, I did test this, and it wirelessly charges with no problem. So the other thing that I noticed is with the swipes, someone may have an issue with it. I felt like it was just fine, but this case does stick up quite a bit. So you do have to kind of just make a little bit of an effort to, push in there to get the swipe going, and you might miss a swipe or two here and there. But otherwise, I didn't have much of an issue with it. So how do I use this? I usually don't use the holster, honestly. This clip is just too bulky. It sticks out too much, and I don't keep my phone in the bag, and I don't put it on my belt. So maybe if I did those things, then this would be nice, but I just don't wind up using the holster, and then if I don't use the holster, then I'm not having access to my S Pen. So that was just a little disappointing. The case does seem very durable. I haven't dropped it with this, and there's no pads inside that I could tell, so I'm not 100% sure how the protection would be. But the case does feel pretty solid, and it is very gripped. I like the texture on it, so it's very easy to hold. Some of the other cases I had is just the smooth plastic and it just rolls right out of your hand. But this one you feel it and you got it. So after using it for a bit, I love this case. This is perfect. The only thing is really no hinge protection, and a little bit of the lens here is just a little exposed, which I don't love. And then the other disappointment is that the S Pen is with the holster, and I don't really find I'm using the holster much because I usually put this in my pocket, and this is just too much to carry like that. But if you like the idea of the holster and you do put this in your bag a lot or put it on your belt clip, then this would be a great case. And if you want to get it and not use the holster, that's fine too. I still think this is a great case, and this is the case I'm using right now full time, and actually I really like it over the Samsung case that I had because it's just much more grippy. So if this video was helpful at all, go ahead and hit subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.